A limited liability company, or LLC, is a business structure in the United States where the owners are not personally liable for the company's debts or liabilities. LLCs are hybrid entities that combine the characteristics of a corporation with those of a partnership or sole proprietorship. But wait, there's more than just that. Today in this video, I'll briefly discuss the features of an LLC, how it protects your personal assets, how taxes work with LLC, and a brief discussion of working on a formation service. At the end of the video, I will also give you my top picks and recommendation for an LLC company according to your business needs, so watch out for that. Without any further ado, let's get started. LLC features. The laws of the LLC differ from state to state, but here I will discuss the most common features that are found in almost all states. Limited liability. One of the features of LLC is the limited liability of the employees, members, and managers. It simply means that the members are not responsible for the misdeeds and legal faults of other members, but while they have protection for the same, they are still responsible for their own misconducts related to the business. Separate entity. LLC is a separate legal entity in almost many states, which means that it can own a property, retain attorneys, and sell or buy a property on its own. It is distinct from its owners who are not responsible for the obligations of the corporation. Tax ease. This feature gives the members of the corporation an option to tax themselves either as a sole proprietorship, a partnership, or as a C or S corporation. By choosing the right type of corporate structure, it helps the LLC members to decide which is the most suitable and profitable for them. Flexibility. The member has the power of choice about the extent of his or her relation with the business. It is fully the member's decision to whether or not continue in the same company or create their new one. How does an LLC protect your personal assets? LLC records and financials should be kept up to date. You have to make sure that invoices, purchase orders, and other key financials shouldn't mingle with any personal finances. For anyone you do business with, it should be clear they are dealing with a separate entity from your personal engagements. Appropriate levels of insurance are also critical. As a business owner, you should assess their liabilities and risks and find the right level of liability protection. Your industry associations will be a good place to find recommendations for ensuring you have the right level of coverage. Here's a good question for you. What is your business that you're looking to form an LLC for? Let me know in the comment section below. How are LLCs taxed? The ways taxes work with LLC differ according to the type of your LLC. Let's find out which one will be the perfect tax guideline for you as we go along. Self-employment taxes. LLC members are not employees but self-employed business owners. Contributions to the Social Security and Medicare systems are not withheld from their paychecks. Instead, most LLC owners are required to pay the self-employment tax directly to the IRS. Multi-owner LLCs. The IRS treats co-owned LLCs as partnerships for tax purposes. Co-owned LLCs themselves do not pay taxes on business income. Instead, the LLC owners each pay taxes on their lawful share of the profits on their personal income tax returns with Schedule E attached. Just a reminder to keep in mind, each LLC member's share of profits and losses, called the distributive share, is set out in the LLC operating agreement. Single-owner LLCs. On the other hand, the IRS treats one-member LLCs as a sole proprietorships for tax purposes. This means that the LLC itself does not pay taxes and does not have to file a return with the IRS. As the sole owner of your LLC, you must report all profits or losses of the LLC on Schedule C and submit it with your 1040 tax return. Even if you leave profits in the company's bank account at the end of the year, for instance, to cover future expenses or expand the business, you must pay taxes on that money. Do you like the level of detail I'm providing you in my review so far? If yes, then make sure to let me know by liking my video and hit that subscribe button for more high-quality content that I will be releasing every week. Using a formation service. Now I want to talk about the process of forming LLCs. LLC filing fees range from $40 to $500. As of 2021, the average cost to form an LLC in the US is $132. However, just because certain states have lower fees does not mean it is easier to form an LLC. It could even end up costing you a lot more money. The first step is, of course, branding your business formation. Choose a name for your LLC and make sure it is not taken. The next step is to file your articles of organization. Then choose a registered agent. Is it possible to proceed without getting a registered agent? Absolutely. There are DIY options that you can choose if you think hiring a registered agent is not necessary. You can watch my other video about that here. Moving on, you will have to decide on member versus manager management. Most small LLCs choose to be managed directly by their members, but LLCs can appoint one or more people to manage the LLC with specified authority. The next process is creating an LLC operating agreement. This will govern how your LLC operates, and this internal document will establish how your LLC will run. After creating your operating agreement, make sure to comply with tax and regulatory requirements such as the Employee Identification Number or EIN. You also have to file your annual reports. This is because many states require LLCs to file an annual report with a filing fee. Lastly, you need to do an out-of-state LLC registration. I have to admit it, LLC is a vast topic to learn, but with this basic information, I am pretty sure that you will be able to have enough details to think about starting your own LLC. As I've mentioned at the beginning of the video as a bonus, I will give you my top picks if you decide to get an LLC business formation service. Here we go. If you're looking forward to starting your business formation for the lowest cost possible of $0, then IncFile is your go-to. If you're in a tight budget but want to try as many services as possible, you can choose the newest kid around the block and our top overall pick, Zen Business. Lastly, if your needs and wants are more inclined to legal paperwork or a bit of legal guidance every now and then, the perfect match will be Rocket Lawyer. If you want to get started with forming an LLC based on your state, you can definitely find the tutorial for you in my videos. I'll see you over in that next discussion.